saying, hey everybody, it's Hero Paline. We've had some questions coming in about using CV with the Moog synthesizers, which is cool because I've got a couple of those and I enjoy them quite a bit. So the first thing you're going to need to use CV and Dwarfcraft with your Moogs is, a Dwarfcraft device with the CV output, which right now, that's the out hole there. Right now that's the Happiness, the Twin Stags, and the ARF. The LFO out is labeled, comes out a little 1/8 inch jack, but the Moog wants a 1/4 inch jack, which is kind of bothersome, but if you've got the time to make yourself an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch cable, even mono, I highly recommend it. I use this cable every damn day. Go from Volca beats to effects pedals, CV stuff. It's just super handy. I mean, you can plug it into your phone and then run that into pedals and everything. You can also get adapters that go from 1/4 inch down to 1/8 inch, but I find those to be pretty clunky. If you can afford it, get them pre-made, or what I did here was I just bought the 1/8 inch tip and cut the 1/4 inch off of one end of this and soldered a new tip on. For the most basic operation, just boop, plug that 1/8 inch there for your LFO out, and then this guy can go in so many spots on the Moog. My one gripe with the Sub Phatty is that these CV and audio ins and outs are really difficult to read because it's all black and the writing is just raised letters. It almost feels like rubber or something. Anyway, so when I go to a gig, I end up using my flashlight a lot. But anyway, functionality is fucking great. So the top here we have external audio in. This is the audio output. Pitch CV in up here, and filter down here. Volume CV is up there, and the gate is down there. And down here it does say input for everything. The most fun one to start with, obviously, is filter modulation. Now, if you've got a Happiness, you know how filter modulation sounds, but the Moog's got a pretty different flavor than the Happiness, so let's just plug that CV in there. See how that sounds. Alright, cool. That sounded great. Pitch is also fun. This is more just a demonstration that it works. I'm not really going to be able to tune the keyboard much, but we'll use it to some effect anyway. So bam! Plug that CV in the pitch CV. Okay, gate is another fun one. I oftentimes just plug basically I'll go get it. I've made a couple of these guys. You may have seen them in videos before. It's just a switch on the end of a 1/4 inch cable. So you can plug that into the gate. and just use this as like a drone switch. It just keeps the envelope open so your synth keeps going and going. It's super handy. Now, boop, if you plug some CV in there, when the wave rises, it'll trigger the envelope generator on the synthesizer for the amplifier, which basically means it tells the synth to let the sound out based on your settings on the envelope generator. So that every time the CV pulses, it triggers the amplifier envelope on the synthesizer. So it doesn't really follow the LFO other than just using it for a trigger.
Get a shot from that envelope.
So there's that external audio in jack on the Sub Phatty, which can be used to put a guitar through your filter, envelope generators, and I guess that's about it on the Sub Phatty. So you just gotta get a 1/4-inch cable there, plug that into the external input, and then nothing happens. If you just want to hear your external input, you got to turn down the oscillators on the synth and either press a key down to open up the amplifier envelope, or use another gate signal like you can with a CV. You got to send that CV to the gate input, not the master volume, because the gate has to open to let external audio through. There's definitely more clever, advanced ways to go about using that function, but I'm showing you functionality. Get off my back. Switch that over to the filter CV. And then last we have volume CV in, which is cool. So that happens after the envelope generator. So it's kind of like a control over the master volume, or it may be exactly a control over the master volume. I don't know. I didn't look at the schematic because it's irrelevant. But so when you plug in there, the volume, the overall volume, is going to follow the wave of the CV input.